Did you have to get close though?
I had to for dramatic effect.
Okay.
Charleston, so that's my birthplace. We live.
Hold on, wait. Not Mr. Somerville.
I was born in Charleston, right?
Okay.
The hospital that I was born in.
Donovan is like Somerville. Like, if you haven't figured that out already, he's like Mr. Somerville.
I love Somerville, but I just had to let the people know that I was born in Charleston. They're 30 minutes apart. Somerville.
Anyways, back to the food.
Is right out.
So that takes us to
number two. I gotta get close to you all and let y'all know. Charleston, South Carolina. Number 2 city. I mean, and as you heard, we've been a lot of places and we've eaten everywhere. But it's nothing like Charleston cooking. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like it.
I agree.
What do you like about Charleston food?
Barbecue. Like, no question.
Oh, you didn't think she was going to say that. You thought she was going to say seafood, which we do that well as well. Like, that's what everybody comes for. They come for the seafood, right? But then they just happen to fall up on that barbecue.
Yeah. And so, I mean, y'all know I put Houston on my list. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. Charleston barbecue might be better.
Might? I've been to Memphis, St. Louis, all through North Carolina, Texas. Nobody's barbecue is messing with Charleston's barbecue.
I mean, what I love about the barbecue is just, I think the places that we frequent, like, just do it really well and they're consistent. Mm-hmm. You can tell that they really take time with those rubs. You can tell that they're really out there smoking, making sure that that meat is juicy always. So flavorful. I mean, 3 of our favorites would be Lewis. And I think you go to Lewis because they have those daily specials, which just are amazing. We actually just got the pastrami special. My mom's birthday just passed, and she's from New York, so she loves pastrami. And so we got her some pastrami from Lewis, and she was like, wait, what? I think I'm coming here like every Thursday.
It's the pastrami Reuben.
Yeah. It was so good.
It's delicious.
And then you have Home Team. And so, Home Team does these nachos, which are just delicious. Now, I mean, think about it. Would you ever think to put carrots on your nachos?
No.
They do it at Home Team.
And it's quite good.
It's delicious.
What do they call it?
Death relish.
Death relish, yeah, that's it.
So it's mixed up with a bunch of other stuff, but it's so good. And then they put a chimichurri on there, and you gotta get the queso. I mean, shredded cheese is cool and all on nachos. I mean, I like to add it on there, but you gotta have queso. Like, it's not nachos without queso.
Ain't a nacho without no queso.
It's just not, like, that's a waste. That's a waste of chips,
calories, all that stuff. Like, you count.
I don't count calories, first of all.
All right.
Anyways. Then you have Rodney Scott.
Don't leave Home Team without the fried ribs.
Now, those fried ribs are special, but when they do them right.
Yeah. Okay. We'll say they're special, but they'll make them for you if you let them know. All right. You just tell them, you know what? I didn't see the fried ribs on the menu.
That's what you tell them.
Can I get an order of the fried ribs? They've never told me no.
Because they've always been on the menu.
They're not on the online menu. In this day of social distancing and ordering online.
So then that takes us to our last spot. Rodney Scott's. Rodney Scott's.
Best smoked wing in Charleston.
I would have to say. Yes. It's that rub. Like, that rub is just sweet, but still salty with just a little pinch of heat.
A little kick of heat. Whew.
I mean, it's so good. And then, like, when you bite into it, you can just taste that crisp, but still get that nice smoky flavor. Juicy meat. I love when I bite into a chicken wing, right? And then you have that little juice. Like, come on. The little juice. Like, you got to see it. I don't know. I love it. And then I always get some pork rinds on there.
Always.
Now, everybody don't eat pork. I understand that. So if you don't eat pork, you can completely ignore.
Yeah, skip this part.
Skip on forward. Maybe about 30 seconds or a minute. But the pork rinds, I'm trying to tell y'all, they're so good. If you eat pork and you never had a pork rind, don't just get any one. Get the ones at Rodney Scott. crunch.
With the Cajun seasoning on them.
The seasoning. Ooh. I mean, did you have anything in Charleston specific? I talked about barbecue, but is there anything you love about the city?
So it's not so much about the restaurants. It's about the culture, the tradition. It's food you're gonna have in Charleston that you won't have anywhere else. Mm-hmm. I know in the age of the internet and people moving and stuff like that, that you get some of these delicacies in other places.
Yes.
But it's nothing like having it where it came from. Mm-hmm. Red rice, Hoppin' John, frogmore stew, catfish stew, garlic crab. All of these things come right here from Charleston.
You know, one of our favorite chefs, she's from Charleston. And I was thinking when you said the red rice, I was like, oh my gosh, like Cartier.
Delicious Miss Brown. Cartier, yeah, she's putting on for the city. She knows all the hidden treasures.
City. On for my city.
Yeah. We'll let her know to use that sometime soon. But yeah, Charleston, number 2 city. Now we're at number 1.
Alright, so coming for the number 1 spot.
Okay, wait, you gotta chill with these references. What's number 1? Let them know. What's
number 1 is none other than the city of New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So I got to chill with the references, but all of a sudden you got an accent. Okay.
You got to be in the moment.
Anyways, so New Orleans is one of our favorite food cities.
Like, for sure. It's the number 1 food city for us.
It's so full of flavor. So many places that are just, you know, layering on the flavors. And I think that's what makes New Orleans so unique. You just have so much depth in all of the dishes that you have, even the simple stuff. And so I've had a chance to go to New Orleans with you, my food partner in crime, and my best friends, and my best friend from work, all of which do not eat anything too outside of the box. So
the friends, not me.
So I've had a chance to, you know, really explore some of the wild, fun, funky cuisine of New Orleans, and then also some of the classic staples that just like stand the test of time there. And I would say, no question, like my favorite city.
Oh yeah, I remember the time we went to New Orleans. We literally just walked around, and every time the destination was a different food spot. Did we do a date that did not have food? I don't believe so. Which was cool. It was an amazing trip, right? We hit all the spots.
We did go. I got a pedicure, and you came with me.
And then we went to go get food after it.
But no, I mean, I think one of the really cool things, right? So like we got a chance to really see the cuisine, and then I got a chance to go with one of my good friends who's from New Orleans. And being in the homes of people from New Orleans, you really got a chance to understand like the history of the cuisine and just like where a lot of the seasonings and flavors and all of that came from. And so I think that was also just a really great experience to understand why it is so rich in flavor and connection for people with that food.
Yeah, I think that's important, which is why another reason that we respect Charleston food so much. Like when you really understand the history behind it, going into someone's home to really understand the food, yeah, that's unmatched. Like you can't understand it any better than that. Yeah. And then to see it permeate through even the highest elevated cuisine in the city. Like, it's just all connected, right? Because we have your cochones where you could still see it, but it's a place that would be on, you know, your eater or your thrill list or your fine dining list. Yep. I remember when we went to Cochon. What all did we have when we were there?
We had those ribs, and those ribs were popping.
For sure.
Like, it was just like this sweet sauce, but spicy in like a very subtle way, which I think...
like you.
So the
like
ribs.
A rib over there,
okay, focus. The ribs were really good. So I got those actually when I went back.
Okay, you did that the second time? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they were just as good the second time. And then, I mean, my fave, District Donuts and Pearls. Y'all don't know. Like, I'm not even somebody who really likes donuts like that. Like, I mean, I enjoy a good donut. Mm-hmm. Enjoyable, tasty, sweet, once every blue moon. In New Orleans, like, I can eat District every day if I could.
District Donuts. I don't want to be dramatic. But
be dramatic.
It changed my life a little bit.
Oh, that was a bit dramatic. I wasn't expecting that dramatic.
Because I don't eat donuts. Mm-hmm. But this place
changed your life.
It changed my perspective on donuts.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, the carrot cake donut that we had.
It was that candy ginger for me.
Candy ginger on a donut?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's not... I mean, and we have good donut places in Charleston. I mean, other places we've been have good donuts, but it's just a little bit... they just do something different there. What was the other one? Was it a banana pudding donut? Yeah.
With the brulee banana.
Brulee banana on it.
I'm telling you, it's the layers of flavor in New Orleans. It's about that depth.
That's a good way to put it. It's just a little extra care, a little extra detail that is added into it. It's layers to it. I like that. Even that dog, which is a different type of restaurant, but it's the meshing of all these different flavors. The chef special, where you don't even know what you're going to get. He's just in there whipping, right?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I already told y'all, we don't like to go to places you can go any old time. So we don't really like the repeat restaurants either. We went to That Dog twice.
In the same trip. Yeah. That dog was popping. Yeah. The crawfish dog they had the alligator one. All the flavors.
And then, I mean, I can't talk about New Orleans without talking about Sirius Juice Bar.
Okay.
Now,
I never been.
Yeah, you didn't get to go with me. I've been twice. Both times with my girls. But
where my girls at?
So you would have come at me.
You started it. Now I can't stop.
Anyways. So we went, and I don't really order shrimp and grits out. I mean, Donovan makes, not to boost his ego or anything, he does make some of the best shrimp and grits. Okay.
Boost me.
And so, thinking around that, I don't really order them out. But everybody kept talking about the shrimp and grits. Gotta try them, gotta get them. So I was like, hey, why not try them in New Orleans? Let's just get them. Yeah, they were so good. It was just like this creamy sauce, which had like a slightly brownish tint to it, which is not, the norm for our sauces. And
exactly.
I'm not really a tomato-based kind of girl, so it wasn't in that direction, which was really nice for me. And it just was so full of flavor. The seasonings, you could taste that thyme in there, which, I mean, that piece really, that might be what actually got me liking thyme a little bit. Okay. And so you could really taste it in there, but in a very nice hint, boom, here it is kind of way. Creamy grits, love a good creamy grit. I mean, that matters. And then the shrimp itself, you could tell we're just fresh, light, compliment so well. Now the kicker, babe.
What's the kicker? Let them know.
They got this French toast.
I do remember you talking about this French toast.
Now, this French toast, what's so wild about the French toast to me is that it's basically kind of like a baguette. That's kind of how the bread is made. Like a baguette. How you make French toast from a baguette? I ain't know either. But they do it. And it's so good. It comes with this nice little sauce, which is kind of bananas Foster-like flavor. Really thick, really sweet. Complements the thick, crusty bread perfectly. And it's like a little creamy, little inside kind of stuffed in the French toast.
Oh, the French toast is stuffed with something.
Yeah, it's like a little creamy something.
Oh, like a cream cheese type of? I
don't think it's like cream cheese. I mean, I don't know. I probably have to go read the menu again to figure it out. But it's creamy.
That's probably why they chose that type of bread. It can hold up with all that. Okay. I'm a hollow bread kind of French toast guy, but I try it.
I think you like it. So, I mean, that's my New Orleans list.
What about the beignets? You can't talk about New Orleans without talking about beignets.
Cafe Du Monde?
Nah, G. I mean, I've never been to Cafe Du Monde. I skip right past them.
So what are you talking about?
I go to my girl Loretta.
Not your girl Loretta.
My girl Loretta. Yeah, so it's this beignet spot, and I don't even know what they call that little area. I can't remember, but it's not far from Canal Street, because that's where we were staying. So it was in walking distance, and it's not far from that dog either. Mm-hmm. So if you do the math, you'll figure out where she is. But she's got this praline cream stuffed beignet, which is magical. Yeah. I haven't had it in a while, but I remember it just being so tasty, right? It had the powdered sugar on it, as all beignets, but once you get into the inside of that flaky top, creamy inside, with that praline cream just gushing out. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I see you going back there now.
I'm there, and there was a party. Oh, yeah.
Slubbo, this was Donovan's face when he had the beignet the first time he said.
That was it. So get that beignet when you go to New Orleans for sure. New Orleans that's number one food city. Now, it's a lot more places that we still have to go. So if you have some ideas of top places that haven't been mentioned, drop them in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. Maybe we've been there already and have maybe not tried the best places.
Right.
And if your city hasn't come up on our list, let us know as well. And drop some of the places that we should try there.
For sure.
That is our list. We gave you 5 places to check out. Let us know what you think.
So anytime you go to any of those places, we hope you check out some of the spots we mentioned. We hope that you enjoy them just as much as we have. So much so that we made a video about them.
You already know.
Well, that's it for today's episode, but
from the Williams with love, baby.
Really? Is that it?
I'm so hyped. That's how I would do it. All right. Let's end again. So that's our episode of From the Williams.
With love.
Much better.
All right, y'all.